First time vlogging. Long run today. We're going about 11 miles or so. So I'm gonna go ahead and, let it rip. Well, or let it rip. Today's a long run. We're in 4-week territory as far as the Seattle Marathon, my first marathon. So in this build, it's been a six to 7 month build. Started May 1st. The actual marathon itself is December 1st, Seattle, Washington. Be there or be square. I'm gonna run 11 miles today, have some gels. Gonna try to see if I can, run at a decent pace. Last week was my longest run that I've had of the build so far, which was 20 miles. I definitely, I felt it. So right now, for the Seattle Marathon, the first goal, A goal, is making it, to be honest. I have 2 A goals pretty much and a B goal. So the A goal, the main A goal is sub 3 hours. It's kind of a tough task because it'll be my first marathon. A.1 is 3:05. So my goal is to qualify for Boston. I'm 39 years old right now. I'm going to be turned 40 in May. So hopefully qualified to be able to make it, so able to do that. So, but that's the main goal. We're in, I'm in Linwood. That's where my girlfriend lives. Shout out to my beautiful girlfriend that I love very much. I live in Kent, so that's a little bit of suburb outside, south of Seattle. And Linwood is north, so I try to make it, see my woman and her cats. So every time that I come, usually it's Saturday nights. So if I'm here in the morning for Sundays, I always do my Sunday mornings in Linwood. Sometimes I go back home and do it, but I would rather just kind of incorporate it and see where it goes. I started running because the same reason why people like Jeremy Miller, shout out to him, Matthew Choi, shout out to him, a lot of others, because of Goggins. So David Goggins is definitely a hero of mine. I also have a workout that I'll show sometime where I call it, it's the got that dog in you. So every time you see fire hydrants, speed up. But anyway, I started running around about 2018, 2019, that range. I started out kind of the same way that, again, going back to Jeremy Miller, the same way that he did. So every day, balls to the wall, 1 mile as hard as I can. I did that for about a year straight and wasn't really improving. Didn't really get a lot out of it just because I just wasn't really trained for anything. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to sign up for a marathon. And then the pandemic happened. Also around in 2020, rest in peace, my dad. Love you, miss you, Dad. He died as well, so running was a way for me to help cope with a lot of the grief and the feelings that I had, because it was confusing for me. I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and we're gonna run 11 miles. So we'll see how it goes, but let's start. So I think one thing that's important for me as far as running in this marathon build is to give myself grace as far as the times and doing it. Because my older brother Cedric, shout out to him, because me, I'm ultra competitive. Back in the day, I also used to be a power lifter. Did a lot of, I won a powerlifting competition 10 years ago. So I'm always trying to push my limits. That kind of reminds me of another inspiration, Nick Bear, and BPN as a whole, Floberg, Nico, all of them, all of the BPN crew. Hope to link up sometime. It's always about pushing yourself, and a lot of aspects, a lot of facets of my life, I don't really push myself as hard as I could. So I told myself, I was like, let's do this running thing, because regardless, you are in a 1%. You're in a league of your own just by stepping on the line. Right now, about a 7:05 pace. Main goal, make it to the dance. Secondary goal, sub 3 hours. Third goal, sub 3:05. So I can make Boston. Additionally, I signed up to be for the drawing for Chicago next year. So tentatively, that's the next marathon. But I really want to go to New York. Pretty much all the majors. Because my girlfriend is African, from Eritrea, which neighboring Ethiopia. Would love to go out there and run and train with some of the Africans as well. That's a goal of mine. Ooh. All right, we're gonna pass this guy. Ooh, feeling it already. Cross here. So me, so far, I do a majority of my training on the roads because it's a road race. Seattle's pretty flat. We'll do a fit check later. But pretty much Nike and 32 Cool. The tights are Walco. Right now 650 pace. 141. 709 first mile. I love running, but I hate it. Hate the shit out of it. There's a lot of times where I don't want to do this shit, but I do it anyway because I feel better afterwards. While I have you guys here, please follow the channel. Jordan Don't Give a Fuck. Also follow me on Twitter. I'm Chain Lord. I'm trying to be the first person to run a marathon on Mars. Elon once said, he wanted to send a tortoise to Mars when he was pitching SpaceX. I want to run tortoise versus the hare. 7:30 pace. Massive hill coming up. So one thing I got from my brother Miles, my twin, shout out to Miles, was walking on the treadmill uphill. Also C-Bum, he does that for cardio as well. There's a time and place for hill sprints, but I feel like just getting acclimated to hills or incline can go a long way. Our way about 127, 720 pace. I learned through self-analytics, data analytics, quasi-program management that running as a trend is a good way for not only for fitness but to gain followers. My goal of the channel is to have people get to know the real me. I'm very introverted, kind of keep to myself. I can break it for a second. Running proves to me that I can have discipline.
Wait.
I can have not only have discipline, but I can have a routine, interact, be relatable, because 39 years old, again, like I mentioned before, and I have no plans of slowing down, no pun intended. Alright, let's get after it. When I explained that I wanted to do a marathon, the first question is why. So, I feel like when people ask you why, they're expecting their why, not your why. So, part of the adage and the Kratos of JordanDGAF, Jordan don't give a fuck, is not caring what other people think. My why is to prove to myself that I could be a man of action. Stop the start team. Oh God, not easy. Not easy, simple but easy, not easy. 725 pace. Mile 2. Please follow the channel. Jordan don't give a fuck on YouTube. I have 6 subs right now. I'm really thankful for that. Well, let's get it to 50 so I can live stream. 50 by the end of the year. Let's get after it. There's a fire hydrant coming up. So you know what that means? It means we gotta get after it, pick up the pace. Got that dog in you? Huh? You got that dog in you, Jordan? Let's see. Let's see if you got that dog in you. Okay. Okay. All right. 6:15 pace right now. There's another fire hydrant. I pick up the pace. Okay. About 2.5 miles in. Me personally, the majority of my runs, I'd say about 90 to 95% of my runs are fasted. And that, all right, let's get after it. It's fasted because I prefer to have, how do I go by quick? Okay, I prefer to have fat being stored, fat being burned as fuel instead of glycogen. You know, there's a science to it. There's a fire hydrant, gotta pick it up. There's a science to it, but for me personally, it's about how I feel. Really appreciate everyone joining me for this. It's been fun as fuck. Fire hydrant. So yeah, so Seattle, it's hometown race. I'm really excited for it. Fire hydrant. Really excited. Get to the finish line. Cross it no matter what time it will be. I look forward to that shit so much. But I've already done it in my head thousands of times. At about 6:40 pace. Fire hydrant. About 161 heart rate. We're at right now Nike Alpha Fly 3s. I got the new editions that dropped on oh, here we go, let's get after it. They dropped 4th of July or around then, 3rd of July, and then the Olympic versions I copped 2. For those are the ones I'm gonna be wearing at the marathon. But for my everyday, so I usually try to get acclimated with using speed shoes, I call them, the carbon plated, for my speed workouts and for long runs over 10 miles. So as previously mentioned, today is 11 miles. So all right, 3 miles in, 6:45 pace. All right, we're gonna save that real quick. Okay, so right now I'm gonna take the time to recoup a little bit. That's one section down, 3 miles. For gels, my 2 favorite, BPN and Hana. I switched to Hana because they're the official sponsor for fueling for the Seattle Marathon. So I said, okay, I'm gonna keep it with that, just in case I need to get into the reserves I don't have in my tights.